What's going on YouTube? Alright, so I want to welcome everyone back. And for those that are new, thanks for watching. So today I'm going to be replacing the fuel pressure regulator I believe I was having a problem with. Sorry about the lighting. It might almost seem like it's strobing, but it's not. So the last time I worked on this car, I replaced the fuel pump with a Walbro 525. That all worked out. And one of the problems I was having is that when I started the car, I couldn't adjust the fuel pressure. No matter what I did, the fuel pressure stayed at 60. So I believe there's something wrong with this fuel pressure regulator. This is a B&M aftermarket fuel pressure regulator, and it uses part of your AEM pressure regulator. So I believe something inside this went bad, and for whatever reason, it's not letting me adjust fuel pressure. So I bought a AEM fuel pressure regulator, and it's still sealed. Haven't opened it, and it's part number 25303BK. I got it in black. I'm not sure if there's any other colors, to tell you the truth. I've only seen it in black, but yeah, I got this hoping, crossing my fingers, that it does the trick for me. So that's what I'm going to be tackling. So this is going to be an unboxing and an install of this fuel pressure regulator. So yeah, let's get going. I'm gonna set you guys down, show you guys what's in the box, and we'll go from there. So the seal's right there. All right. Okay, so the fuel pressure regulator seems to be all built. Packaged very well. Nice. Heavy. Hopefully you guys can see all this. Very nice. Okay, there's the bottom. So it seems like I have to add the O-ring and the bottom piece here. Baggie of goodies. That's the bottom piece, and they give you 2 of those crush washers. And there's the O-ring. Okay. Let's see what else is in the box. Cool sticker. That's gonna go on the bench. And your instruction manual. So that's it. That's all that's in the box. What we're gonna do is get going here. So I'm gonna install this bottom piece first. Take this plug out. Okay. Open the baggie of goodies. Put a crush washer on the top. Install that. One on the bottom. And that'll go like so. Once I get it in, I'll tighten that up a little better. Okay, there you go. It's a nice piece. Okay, so the O-ring goes right here. Take this out. Install that. And that's it. So the rest of this hardware is for install. Okay. Washer. And washer. Okay. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of grease so it stays on the fuel pressure regulator when I'm installing it. So I'm gonna be right back. Just a little bit of grease. I'm just using it to keep it in place, like so. Okay. All right. I'm also gonna go look for a open end wrench. Be right back. Okay, that's 19. Okay. We're gonna set this here, and we're gonna uninstall the one I have on here. I loosened up the hose clamp and pulled the hose off, but I am going to replace this hose, and only because, as you can see, the inside doesn't look the best. It looks like there's a crack on the inside. My next step is going to be removing these two 10mm bolts. I'm not sure if you can see that one, but it's right there. And that's what holds down the fuel pressure regulator. And I'm going to be removing this vacuum line on top. So that just pulls off. And I already loosened these up. So I'm going to take those off and show you what that looks like. So I got the new hose installed. I'm going to leave it at this length till I put my fuel pressure regulator on. But my next step is going to be cleaning this surface here. So I cleaned up the surface where the fuel pressure regulator is going to lay on, and you just want to make sure you do the best job that you can. It's got a couple light scratches on there. I didn't do those are already there, and a little bit of corrosion right there, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that just to make sure nothing leaks, but I think it should be okay. My next step is going to be installing that fuel pressure regulator. So let me pop this on again. These this comes with hardware, so these are 2 Allen bolts. So let me get this going, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. All right, so I got this on here. Looks good. Those bolts are just hand tight. Nothing's permanently in there yet. As you can see, that fitting is real close to the intake manifold, but it clears barely. But yeah, I like where this is at right now. Here's the return line, and I kind of want to hide that fitting behind the fuel pressure regulator and any hose clamp that might be shown. So I think at that point it all hides it and it looks best. So I'm gonna take it off and put some thread locker on this and put it back on. So let me do that, and I'll show you guys when I'm done. Okay, so I got that all tightened down. I got the thread locker on this fitting here, and it's all just hand tight. Don't go crazy with nothing. And my next step is going to be figuring out where to cut this hose. I don't want it too long. I don't want it to rub against something and make a hole, but I don't want it too tight, because this is going to rock back and forth. And again, if it's too tight, just gonna kink the hose somewhere or something. So give me a minute, I'll be back and I'll show you what I did. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I got the hose on. Looks good. Now I know it's touching this wire harness here, but I plan to get something to hold this line around so, and attaching it to the stud here. I'm not sure what I'm gonna get, but I'll come up with something. But that's what that looks like. That's how that turned out. I put the vacuum line back on. So let's start this up. Let's see, I'm gonna prime it and see if anything's leaking. If nothing's leaking, I'll start the car and we'll try to adjust the pressure. So let's get going. Okay, there's one prime. And there's two. Let's see if anything's leaking. And I don't see anything leaking. Up, so I'll be right back. So everything seems to be good, no leaks, and I'm happy. Like I said, I am going to try to do something about this guy, just so he doesn't rub against this wire harness here. But overall, I'm very happy. And I was able to adjust the pressure where I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be at 40 psi, and I was able to do that. So I was right about the fuel pressure regulator being the issue. So I'm not exactly sure what happened to this guy, or if it was just too small for the job. But yeah, this was my problem. So one more thing I wanted to show you guys, and this is what I do with the fuel line. I bought one of these clamps here, attached it to that point where I was mentioning, and it turned out good. And yeah, I know my voice sounds a little different. I'm a little under the weather, and I'm putting that lightly. But I wanted to finish up this video so you guys get something for the weekend. And yeah, I had to come back up here and just show you guys what I did. So like I mentioned, I was able to adjust the fuel pressure, so that worked out, and the line looks a lot better that way. I will say I did end up having a fuel leak, and it was because of this guy. I replaced it with this one, and it worked out. So, but yeah, worked out. So if you guys go to attempt to do this, just make sure that you guys are really looking out for some fuel, and make sure you don't have a leak going on, because if you do, it's gonna catch fire. Make sure if you tackle something like this, you have the car running for a while. Just, feel around, look around, and don't take it lightly, because this can be a big accident just waiting to happen. So, all right, guys. Sorry again for the voice. I know it sounds a little funny, but I'll be back to normal in no time. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Oh, I almost forgot. When you go to order one of these, just make sure that you get the one that you need. So as I mentioned, mine came with a fitting that didn't go straight out. It had a 90. So for mine to work, I needed that. If I had the straight piece going down, it would have never worked. Luckily, I ordered the right one, and it worked out for me. But if you guys go ordering one, just make sure you get the one that works for you. They mention straight and angle. So just make sure that you really study your intake or anything around it, and you get the right one for you, just so you don't waste your time, and you get what you need right away. So, all right, guys, I just wanted to point that out to you. I'll see you guys on the next one.
was about to die.